Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, buying or ordering food online is not the flex that it looks like. So, just for context, for the past 4 years, almost every single day, for every food that I've eaten, I bought up or eat online. Chowdeck, heyfoods, Jumia Foods, pretty much used everything. I think if we're being realistic, it's been close to 5 years now. Now, the promise or what it looks like when you try to order food online is that ordering food online is supposed to make your life easier. But in the past 4 years or 5 years that I've been ordering food online, especially considering the fact that it is part of my daily routine, I can categorically say for myself that ordering food online hasn't made my life any easier. And there are a bunch of factors that are tied to this, which I think kind of like makes my case maybe like a bit unique. I think the very first thing is the dilemma of what exactly I'm supposed to eat. So for me, my day usually starts with like around 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. And I usually like just like dine right at work. Right. So around 12 p.m., I'm thinking, oh, now I need to eat. Then I open up Chowdeck or I open up heyfoods, right? And 99.9% of the time, so I'm just lost. I'm like, what exactly should I be ordering from this platform? So I'm thinking about the fact that, which is by no way the fault of Chowdeck or the fault of heyfoods, right? But I'm thinking about, oh, this particular restaurant, I'm like I said, like I've used these platforms a lot, right? I'm thinking about the fact that this particular restaurant is going to take forever to get the food to me, even though their food is probably the best. I'm thinking about the fact that these restaurants, most of the times they don't have what I want, a lot of those things. And in reality, there is something that I desire to eat early that morning, maybe like egg and fried yam, or let's say beans and bread or whatever, right? But I'm in this dilemma. So 99.9% of times I'm forced to play it safe, which is, oh, which restaurant is the closest to me, but I know we deliver every time. And most of the times I discover that I'm just eating rice every single day, which I could literally be cooking in the house. So that's the very first dilemma, right? Which is the fact that I always have to think about what to eat, which is what buying food online, I guess, is supposed to solve. But I still spend a huge part of my day or a huge part of my time thinking about what exactly I'm supposed to eat. The second thing is that there's still really as much flexibility as it sounds that it looks like. Maybe that's something that these logistics platforms can look into. But then again, this video is not supposed to like shade anybody. This is just like my own personal experience ordering food online almost every single day for the past 4 years. Right. So like I mentioned, a lot of the times I wake up like around 9, 10, right? Or some days when I wake up like a bit earlier than that, I don't wake up 9, 10. Like my day starts 9, 10. So on some days I wake up 7 a.m. I love those things, right? And I'm thinking, what if I could pre-order the meal that I want to eat so that I'm going to eat breakfast early? But a lot of the times, maybe the restaurant that you want opens by 11 a.m. And okay, you say you would set an alarm for 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. You discover that by 11 a.m. you are still lost like in the sea of work. By 1 a.m. your body's shaking, you're about to die of hunger. Then you have to go for the safe option again, which is probably like rice or something that you know will get to you as fast as possible. The other thing, decision fatigue, lack of flexibility, is that a lot of the times as well, maybe not a lot of the time, but okay, for certain restaurants, most of these platforms or most of the restaurants are not able to keep their inventory up to date. So, for example, you want to order rice and moi, right? You see on the app that there's moi, then after 30 minutes or an hour that they've spent processing the order and all of those things, right? Then the rider calls you or the restaurant calls you and say there's no moi. And you're like, yo, like my mind has been on this moi. Why is moi not available, right? Moi is actually very dear to me. That's why I'm using it as an example. I like no, I've not seen like very good moi, and the people who said the moi kind of like ought the moi. So like if for 30 minutes I've had expectations that I'm going to be consuming moi in like the next 30 minutes, and you come here and say moi, like it's just so disappointing and shattering. And you now tell me, oh, what alternatives should we replace it with this and all of those things, right? For me, it really breaks my heart. it really, really breaks my heart. Right. So yeah. So there's that as well. Then for some of the logistics platforms, some of them their riders are rude and all of this, but that's even like story for another day. Right. So for me, because I think I'm really much at the phase in my life where I need a lot of control over the things that I do. Right. And I bring it down to two things. Like when I look at my life, at least for like the past couple of months, what I've been eating mostly is rice. Right. Now, you think I would say, oh, there's rice, I don't just cook rice. Many a times what I eat is rice. A lot of times I don't have like junks in the house. So why that decision fatigue is going on or that food is taking forever to get to me, I'm just munching on some snacks. And by the time the real food even comes, like I'm full. So what I've decided to do, or the approach that I'm taking right now, of course, is to cook my own meal. That's literally like the only option that is available. And I think that gives me a lot of flexibility. What that means is I just need to make out some hours, either during the weekend or something, make stew, make sure that there's stew, there's soup in the house. Then I can wake up by 7 a.m., boil rice, which is going to take less than 30 minutes or 30 minutes tops. And I know that I have meal to eat for the day, for at least for morning, for breakfast, right? If I need some other things to consume, maybe like in the evening or the afternoon, I can in a way sort that out. And the interesting thing that I think I've discovered so far, especially if you have yourself optimized for cooking, is that cooking is actually not as stressful as it looks, right? It's not as stressful, it's not as time consuming as it looks. And I think another thing, especially for people who work from home and stuff, is that being able to do chores such as cooking out of things really takes you out of the zone of the work, and also like your brain is going to appreciate you more for it. Yeah. That's pretty much my rants today about getting off chowdeck and heyfoods. I've practically installed both apps on my phone right now. And yeah, cheers. Let me know your experience with ordering food online in the comment section. Bye for now.